Every time I'm in the street, I hear
What's up everyone? Welcome to another video. Thank you so much for clicking on this one. This is the first video in the series of my cut. So I told you last video that my calories are going to start at 2,550. So that's 300 grams of carbs, 180 grams of protein, and 70 grams of fat every day. Now, as you can see from the thumbnail, I went to Complete Nutrition today. And they have this in-body machine that pretty much measures how much you weigh, like your skeletal mass, your body mass, everything. Body fat percentage. You put in your height, your age, and your gender. And then you stand on this thing and it takes the reading. So I thought that was interesting to see at the end of my bulk where I'm at. What's my body fat percentage? How much am I weighing? You know, what I'm looking at, where I need to be when I cut. So they give you this nice fancy little sheet of paper. And they told me my weight right now is 219 and a half pounds. This is, you know, middle of the day. So this isn't my morning weight. I've had a couple meals in me, water. So that might be a little higher, but either way, 219 pounds. It says my lean body mass. So if I had 0% body fat, where I'm at right now with my weight, then I would weigh 181 pounds. So it's saying that my body fat mass in pounds is 38 pounds of body fat out of that 219 pounds. Now, that means my body fat percentage is at 17.5%. And that's about what I expected. I didn't want to go over 20% body fat, the way my metabolism is and everything, but I knew I wasn't sitting anywhere around 10. So 17, it's about right. I'm happy with that. I feel like I've, you know, gained a good amount of strength and muscle during this bulk. And I put on some fat as well. But you got to do what you have to do to put on some muscle. So those are the results. I kind of want to just share them with you. It's pretty cool. If any of you guys want to do that, you can go to Complete Nutrition. Unfortunately, they are charging now. It's like 10 bucks. They're not like sponsoring this video or anything like that. But I just went and I did my thing. But if you're a member at Complete Nutrition, then it's free. You don't have to spend that $10. But if you're a non-member like myself, then you had to pay $10. Now that the bulk is over and the cut is starting, I went to the grocery store and I picked up some food for the week. For me, I prepare all my food, you know, protein sources, typically on the weekend or whenever they run out. I'll prepare them in bulk and then put them in some Tupperware in the fridge so I can have them throughout the week and I just know it's ready. So I don't have to cook every single night. And that's just my personal preference. I don't mind eating, you know, reheated food every night for dinner or eating the same thing pretty much every day. I'll eat the same thing every day for probably, I could go months at a time, and then I switch up maybe a snack or, you know, the protein source that I'm eating. Instead of eating ground beef or ground turkey, I might start eating fish. Who knows? But I went to the grocery store and I want to show you guys a little bit what I've got. We'll start out with protein sources. Whole eggs, good source of protein and a good source of fat. And then I also got egg whites. These are, you know, the Walmart brand, whatever. They have 1 gram of carb in them per serving and 5 grams of protein, 0 grams of fat. So that's a great way to get protein in, especially for me. I am not using any protein powder right now. Growing up, I was always lactose intolerant. I never could eat ice cream or anything like that without it hurting my stomach. Now, as I've gotten older, all that has kind of gone away, but I still have issues now and then. And I've cut out protein powder for the past, I would say month and a half, and I felt great. Everything's normal, I'm feeling good, so I'm gonna keep protein powder out of my diet for now. Now, as I get deeper into my cut and I have to eat more and more protein, I might introduce protein powder again, but we will see. Next source of protein is lean ground beef. I got the 93.7. As I get deeper into my cut, I will get leaner meat, but 93.7 right now I have 70 grams of fat. I got to fill it some way, and I would rather fill it with a little higher fat meat than, you know, all kinds of butters and oils and stuff like that. Not that olive oil is bad at all. I actually have a big monster right here. This thing was on sale. It only cost me like $5, maybe 7, who knows. But olive oil I eat. All right, my next form of protein is kind of unorthodox. It's actually comes from milk. So typical milk that you buy, maybe like, you know, 2% or whole milk. My roommate actually, he loves milk. So he's got in the fridge this 2% reduced fat milk, and the macros are 5 grams of fat per 8-ounce serving, 8 grams of protein, and 12 grams of carbs. Now, this Fairlife milk right here, what I've been drinking, the macros on this are 4.5 grams of fat, 6 grams of carbs, so half the carbs in one serving, and 13 grams of protein. So it's, you know, 5 grams of protein more and a half gram of fat more. But this Fairlife is their 2% reduced fat. They have fat-free, and then same macros, 6 grams of carbs and 13 grams of protein. And then they also have a chocolate version that have the exact same macro breakdown as this 2%. But then they also have a whole milk version. That's 8 grams of fat per serving, 12 grams of carbs, 13 grams of protein. Now, I eat cereal for pre-workout every day. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, or right here you'll see later, Golden Grams. And I like to put that Fairlife milk in it because it gives me some protein. I do like a cup and a half. So I get, you know, 13, I get about 19 or 20 grams of protein just from my milk. So I love this stuff. It's kind of pricey, but you know, if you can fit it in your budget, I would highly recommend Fairlife milk just to get extra protein in. Now we'll move on to the carb sources. Apples, 30 grams of carbs per. I like, you know, the Honey Crisp apples. I only have 3 here, that's the whole week. And that's because I don't eat them every day, but at work, I do what they call boot camp. So I work out at lunchtime at work. So I like to have a little something in my stomach before I go do those workouts. So on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'll eat an apple. And that'll count as 30 grams of carbs. And on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, I just get those 30 grams of carbs from somewhere else. Next, cereal. I really like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, as you know, and Golden Grams. These are pretty much the 2 that I cycle through. I might, you know, be feeling crazy and get Captain Crunch or something crazy, you know, just to switch it up in the week. But typically those are my 2 that I cycle through. And Golden Grams, just to give you a macro breakdown, 1 gram of fat per serving, 26 grams of carbs, and 2 grams of protein. Compared to Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which is 3 grams of fat per serving, 25 carb, and 1 protein. So they're about the same. It's not awful for you. It's not the best source of carbs that you can get, but especially when I'm dieting, it's a little sweet, it tastes good, and I love cereal. So I need to get carbs in, and that's one way that I do it. For breakfast, every morning, Thomas Bagel. This is blueberry. I'll get either blueberry or everything. You know, this has 55 grams of carbs, 9 grams of protein, and 1.5 grams of fat per bagel. Now, as I get deeper into my cut and my carbs start coming lower and lower, I will change my breakfast. Instead of eating those bagels, I will eat Eggo waffles. You know, I'll get the whole wheat ones or the regular ones. Those are pretty much my carb sources. And for a little treat, if I kind of have a sweet tooth or something, Skinny Cow. vanilla. They also have chocolate. I love these. These are amazing. And the macros aren't that bad. 2.5 grams of fat per sandwich, 29 grams of carbs, and 4 grams of protein. So you can definitely fit that in your macros if you need to. You already know that I eat a bag of salad a day. So we've got the salad, 7 bags for 7 days. And for my fat sources, I've got these slices of cheese. I don't eat these a lot, but on the weekend, if I sleep in a little bit, I might want to make like a bagel sandwich, you know, with some eggs and some cheese. That's really the only reason I have this. I don't typically eat cheese that much, but if I've got some extra time, why not? Smart Balance Light Extra Virgin Olive Oil Butter. I don't eat butter a lot either, but there's sometimes, you know, if I just want the taste, if I don't want to use olive oil when I'm like sauteing some vegetables or something like that, then I'll use butter instead, just to mix it up. But I typically, my main fat source comes from my meats and olive oil. And then whatever food I eat, I typically don't add a ton of fat into my diet. That's one trick that I use to keep my calories down. And then that's it. Mustard, you know, just random condiments and stuff that I bought. This is what I put on my salad. Kraft Light House Italian. I cycle through this and raspberry vinaigrette. I love the raspberry vinaigrette, but I don't like to get tired of it. So each week I kind of trade off. I'll do raspberry one week, House Italian the next week. Now I don't know about you, but growing up I never drank soda. That's never been something that I kind of struggle with, like, oh, I really want a soda, I need a soda. But when I'm dieting, I do like something to drink besides water. I'm putting down at least a gallon a day, most days more than that. So that's a ton of water. I just want to taste something else. And the way I've been doing that lately is with this Clear American Sparkling Water. This is the golden peach flavor, which I've never tried before, but I'm about to. And this stuff is so good. I tried they have a strawberry flavor of that stuff, and it's amazing. And let me show you what's in it. First ingredient, filtered carbonated water. You know, citric acid, natural flavor, potassium citrate, aspartame, blah blah blah, some other stuff that's probably not good for me, and I'm sure there's a study out there that it causes cancer, but you know what, sparkling water, it tastes good, it's 0 calorie, so I'm going to drink it. And that's pretty much it. I've got vegetables right here in the freezer that I typically every night I'll saute these, like I said, with olive oil or butter. That's just one way to get the vegetables in, but it also tastes really good, adds flavor to my food, especially since I'm reheating most of my food. These are the foods that I'm going to eat on my cut. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are dieting as well, comment below, let me know. I'm going to be doing this cut for 90 days. I started on March 5th, so we're a little bit in, and in 90 days, I'll be finished. I want to keep you guys updated with when I cheat, what kind of cheat meals I'm eating, what am I doing for cardio? What else do I eat besides this? Is this strictly the only thing I eat? What about if I go out with some friends? What about if you go on vacation? How can you keep your diet going when you have a regular life? Which is completely understandable. So if you have any questions, please comment down below. And if you like this video, hit that like button. Do it. Especially if you made it this far. Smash that thing for me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week.